Hello everyone, welcome to my new gaming channel, Retro Raja, where I share fun gameplay of retro games and modern 2D platformers. I've posted a few videos before, but this is my first video using an AI voiceover. I actually cloned my voice to make this, so if it sounds a bit weird or robotic, just laugh it off with me. It's all part of the fun. In this video, I'm sharing my personal favorite NES games that I played a lot in my childhood. These are the classics I've always loved, and honestly, there's something special about playing them again on my Steam Deck. It's like reliving those nostalgic moments, but with the added fun of modern tech. If you love classic games or just want to see what I've been playing, stick around. We're diving into some true old school gems that you might have loved as a kid too. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more fun videos like this. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment and let me know which NES game is your favorite, or which one you'd like to see me play on the Steam Deck. I'll definitely pick it up and upload the gameplay for you. Okay, let's check my favorite classic NES games list. The first game on my list is Battle City. This game brings back so many memories. I loved controlling the tank, breaking walls, and shooting enemies while protecting my base. Every level felt exciting and kept me hooked with new challenges. The best part is picking up power-ups. Upgrading the tank and taking on stronger enemies made the game so much fun. Now, playing it on the Steam Deck OLED is even better. The screen looks amazing, the colors are so vibrant, and the game runs super smoothly. Did you play Battle City as a kid? Let me know in the comments. Next game on this list is Bomberman. Bomberman was always so much fun to play. I remember how much fun it was trying to trap your enemies with bombs and dodge the explosions. It had that perfect mix of strategy and timing, and every stages felt different. What I enjoyed the most was clearing obstacles and collecting various power-ups, like the ability to move faster, set up multiple bombs at once, and finding final door. Playing it on the Steam Deck is fantastic, and the smooth gameplay makes it even more enjoyable. Third game on my list is Adventure Island. Adventure Island was one of those games I could play for hours. Running through the jungle, avoiding enemies, and collecting fruit within the time limit was simple yet so much fun. It always kept me coming back for more. What I loved most was how the action never stopped, with so many different levels to explore. And the music? It's stuck in my head even now. Playing it again brings back all the memories. It's still one of my all-time favorites. Next game on my list is The Legend of Kage. I've always loved The Legend of Kage for its fast-paced action and ninja gameplay. There's something so cool about leaping through the air, throwing shurikens, and slicing through enemies. It really made me feel like a true ninja. The bosses were always tough and required some real skill to beat, which kept me on my toes. And let's not forget the challenge of dodging attacks while making every jump count. Playing it again brings back all those epic memories of intense battles and high-speed action. It's one of those games that never gets old, no matter how many times you play it. It still feels just as exciting as it did back then. game on my list is Popeye. Watching Popeye, Olive, and Bluto on Cartoon Network was unforgettable, but playing as Popeye takes the fun to a whole new level. Popeye isn't the most complex game, but it's a blast to play. Collecting hearts, avoiding Bluto, and helping Olive Oil is just so much fun. It's one of those games I go back to when I want something light and easy. Next game on my list is Mickey Mouse. Guiding Mickey and Minnie through beautifully crafted levels filled with puzzles and quirky enemies was such a blast. What really stood out to me was the thrill of finding those hidden one-ups and power-ups while making sure Minnie stayed safe. Let's be honest, keeping her out of trouble wasn't easy, but that's exactly what made it so rewarding. Some levels were frustrating, but finishing them felt so good. Now, playing it on the Steam Deck is a whole new experience. The gameplay feels much smoother, and the vibrant OLED screen makes every detail pop. It's amazing to revisit a classic like this and still have as much fun as I did back then, if not more. Next game on my list is Tiny Toons. This game always had a special place in my heart. The fun part was switching between characters with different abilities. Each one made you think a little differently about how to tackle the levels. The fast-paced action kept me on my toes, but the real joy came from figuring out the best way to handle the tricky jumps and enemy patterns. What really made it stand out was the creativity. Every level felt fresh, with new challenges and little surprises. Some of the stages were a bit tricky, but pulling off a perfect jump or dodging an enemy at the last second felt so satisfying. Playing it on the Steam Deck now is a total upgrade. The screen is so clear and colorful, and the controls feel really tight, which makes it way easier to focus on the fun parts of the game. It's got that classic charm, but it plays smoother than ever. Next game is Aladdin. This game has always been a personal favorite of mine because of how fast-paced and action-packed it is. I remember the adrenaline rush of pulling off tricky jumps or slashing through waves of enemies. Sure, there were moments where I struggled, but that only made it more satisfying when I finally got past them. And let's not forget the magic carpet level. It's still as intense and nerve-wracking as ever. On the Steam Deck, the experience is even better. The fluid animations, stunning colors, and responsive controls take the gameplay to another level. Every tricky jump feels more manageable, and the smooth performance lets me fully enjoy the nostalgia. It's one of those games where I can sit down for a quick session and end up playing for hours without realizing it. Next game on my list is Snow Bros. Rolling enemies into snowballs and watching them bounce around was always so fun. The simple gameplay made it easy to pick up, but figuring out how to clear every stage kept things exciting. Timing everything just right to knock out a bunch of enemies in one go? That was the best part. What made it even better was the two-player mode. Playing with a friend meant twice the chaos and twice the laughs, especially when trying to beat each other's scores. It's one of those games where you can keep playing and never get bored. On the Steam Deck, it feels like it's been given a second life. The bright screen and smooth controls make it even more enjoyable, like reliving the best parts of childhood with a modern touch. Last game on this list is Rainbow Islands. Making rainbows and using them to defeat enemies or climb higher was such a cool idea. It felt so satisfying chaining rainbows together to clear a path or take down multiple enemies at once. The levels were creative and colorful, always keeping things fresh and fun. The game had a nice balance of challenge, some parts really made me work for it, but that made finishing them even more rewarding. Plus, collecting all those secret items added a fun layer of exploration. Playing it now on the Steam Deck feels like a treat. The bright colors really pop on the screen, and the controls are so smooth. It's still just as fun and addictive as I remember. And that's it. These are my top 10 personal list of NES games which are fun to play on the Steam Deck. These games have always been a big part of my gaming life, and I still enjoy them just as much as I did when I first played them. If you've played any of these or have your own personal favorites, feel free to drop a comment. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content. Catch you in the next one.